Baby shark dude. Oh, hey guys. Oh, started recording already. All right, cool. Let's make a little estimated budget for our trip and turn it into a pie chart. We'll also do a little Excel magic to see how long it'll take for us to save up for this trip. All right, so I've started us off here with a simple table. You guys have all the skills to make this one. We've got a merged and centered title at the top. We've got two lines as top and bottom borders here. We've got all the different categories of expenses for our trip, and our estimate of how much money it is going to cost for each one of those. You'll notice that your maximum budget is $4,000. This is for just you, your week-long trip. This is actually a pretty generous budget. I've taken several trips in the last few years that I think would come in under $3,000, if not even less than that. So I think that a $4,000 trip is a reasonable target to hit for you guys. So we've got our estimates here, but we want to know what our total is. So I'm going to type total here in the last line. And in this box right here, the one underneath all your estimates, you're going to find a button that looks like this kind of funny looking E. And it might say AutoSum next to it, depending on how stretched out your screen is. You just have to click that button and it shows, okay, I'm going to take the sum of all of these numbers. If it looks like it's grabbing the right numbers there, you can press enter and it adds them all up and gives you a total. That's really nice. You didn't have to type all those in, add them up on a calculator in your head. I want to kind of separate this total here from the rest of it, so I'm going to highlight these two boxes and I'm going to click on the top and bottom border one. I also want it to stand out, so I'm going to use the paint bucket and give it a color there. Okay, we've got a nice little table here. I'd like to turn this into a pie chart. To do this, I am going to select all of the numbers or all of the categories and the estimates. Notice I'm not picking the total. I do not want the total here. I also want to make sure that all of these are just numbers. If you have anything like a range, like maybe it says $100 to $200, that's not going to work. Pick a single number as your estimate. Excel cannot graph a range on a pie chart. So okay, I've selected these. Now I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to find the little one that looks like a pie chart. I'm going to click on that, and I'll pick the first one. Pie charts are really easy, guys. It's pretty much done everything for you here. It's got all of our categories along the bottom here. We really only need to do two things. The first one is the chart title. I'm going to name this Tokyo Trip Cost by Category. Again, I'm capitalizing my titles because I want this to look nice. Alright, then I'm going to click on my graph. I'm going to click on the plus sign and I'm going to check data labels. Now it labels them with the money on there. Alright, I've got a pretty nice data table, a pretty nice graph here. Now I want to do a little magic here though. Let's see how long it's going to take us to save up for this trip. I'm going to add a few more things here. I'm going to say, underneath here, I'm going to say money I have now. I'm going to say money I earn in a month. And then I'm going to put months until I can go on my trip. Okay. Money I have now, you guys can put a number that makes sense for you there. Let's say I have $50 right now. Money I earn in a month, well, you guys are sixth graders, so you may not have many ways to earn money, but you can make an estimate here of about how much money you could earn in a month. Maybe you do a lot of extra chores, maybe you get a little job from one of your relatives, maybe you save some money from a birthday present or something like that. I know when I was a sixth grader, I probably would have put about $5 a month. It was hard for me to get money. Um, but for now, um, I'm going to say for this example that I can maybe I can work really hard. I can get $75 a month. Okay, so months until I can go on my trip. This is where it gets a little bit complicated. I'm going to make what's called a formula. This is a way of making Excel do math for you. I'm going to start by typing an equal sign. And what I want to do is I want to figure out how much money I have left to get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type a parentheses, and then I'm going to take the total cost of the trip. Then I'm going to type a minus sign, and I'm going to subtract the money I already have. And then I will close the parentheses. So far I'm finding out how much money I have left to get. Then I'm going to divide that, so I'm going to type a slash, by 75. This is going to tell me how many months it's going to take to get the money that I still need to go on this trip. I'll hit enter, and it thinks it's money. I'm going to right click on it and go to format cells, and I'm going to just tell it, hey, this is just a general number, this is not money. Okay, what this is saying is it's going to take almost 35 months to save up for my trip, making $75 each month. Okay, that's pretty close to 3 years. I don't think I would be ready to go on this trip by myself as a sixth grader, probably not even as a ninth grader, but this is a good skill to practice when you are ready to go on that trip. Now the nice thing about formulas is you can change the numbers and it will automatically update the math. So let's say that, you actually found a much cheaper flight, and this is, instead of being $2,663, instead it's going to cost $2,200. You got a pretty sweet deal. You'll see, it updates the number for you. Now it's only going to take 28 months. Or maybe you started with a higher amount of money. Maybe you started with $200. That's also going to update this number. Or maybe you got a really good job and you're going to be able to save up $150 a month for this. It changes the amount of time before you can go on your trip. Cool. All right, let's finish this off by going to the share button. Clicking on anyone with this link can edit. I don't want people to edit it. Apply. I'm going to click copy link. Copy. Click into my OneNote notebook and paste. There we go.